Check 1 2, check it out, y'all. Yeah, Big Mike coming at you live and direct, Max City Limits Radio Show. Man. Hey, fellas, appreciate y'all actually commenting on the last video that I did. Like I said, y'all seem to enjoy the stories, and I do have plenty more Black Fatigue stories, but I will not delve into that right now. We'll save that for a later date, since we have something hot off the presses with the P. Diddy trial. And me and Tony have covered this sporadically. And me and Tony have intimate knowledge of this situation, man. Yeah, especially me, because I actually lived what P. Diddy has lived, although on a much smaller scale. A much smaller scale. And it just takes me back to, how can I put this, man, without sounding like a caveman, which is going to be damn near impossible. When the Cassie Ventura tape came out of her getting beat down by P. Diddy, the average Negro was up in arms about it. I'm not like, when you are so deep in the game, like I am, man, nothing really phases or flusters you, man, Yeah, all these dudes, oh, how dare P. Diddy do this? Oh, P. Diddy, he's a woman beater. Oh, P. Diddy, I'm like, man, these goofballs, these goobers, man, Jesus Christ. Look, I'll be the first to admit, man, that it was a bad look, man, but due to the fact that my business has been women for damn near 30 years, man, I know how the game go. Meaning you don't know what transpired between him and that broad, man, that caused him to do that shit. And a lot of y'all would say, well, it doesn't matter what she did. You don't hit no woman. Well, that's you. That's you. That ain't me. I've been known to bitch slap females. I've done it. Oh, yes. I have done it. And you know what? You find that you deal with a lot less nonsense, man, when a female knows that you'll comb her hair. Yeah. Now, once again, I have, it took a lot for me to do it. I just don't go off on a chick just because she look at me crazy. But, if she gets stupid, man, yeah, I'll go there with her. Shit. So all I'm saying is, like I said, I looked at the tape and I seen her get beat down. And I see all these niggas out here, P. Diddy, he be beating on women. That's not right. That's uncalled for. And I'm like, man, you don't know what the fuck that broad did to that nigga, man. You just don't know. Like I said, I got intimate knowledge of it, man. I've seen females do the most crass, disgusting, evil things to niggas, man, and just skate and get off scot-free because a nigga had a simp attitude, man. Because it's not right that you retaliate against a woman and get physical. Shit. Shit. Okay. Hey, do you, homie? Do you? And by no means am I telling any of y'all to do anything, because I don't want y'all to be sitting up in court mad at me because you put your hands on a bitch. No, do you, man? If you feel that it's not worth it to put your hands on a female, then don't do it. Yeah, I've been in situations where I was just like, nah, she got to get it. She got to get it. She has got to get it, man. Mm-hmm. So I'm just saying that because I'm looking at some of the shit that's coming out online and in the court, since the trial has started, and it's becoming painfully apparent. And this is what me and Tony told y'all from the beginning. That, man, she was complicit in most of that shit, man. She was complicit in most of it, but once the money runs out or the gravy train stops, you know what I mean, and they feel that they have no more use for you, it's time to cash you in, man. It's time to get paid. You know what I mean? because that's exactly what the females was trying to do with me. When I had my females, man, and I had to move on, and I couldn't use them anymore, they wasn't bringing in no money. Guess what I had to do? I had to replace them. And when I replaced them, they took that shit real personal. Then all of a sudden, I'm hearing all sorts of crazy stories about me. Big Mike is raping, Big Mike is sexually essaying people, and Big Mike is doing this, and Big Mike is recording them without their consent, and Big Mike, and I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, the nerve and the audacity of these bitches, man. Yeah, boy. I had females that was actively partaking in going out recruiting females and bringing them back to me, right? Yeah, they was doing it. And some of these very same females that was actually recruiting females and bringing them back to me was also throwing shade when I didn't have no more use for them. Yeah. They called me up and was like, Big Mike, I'm fucked up. Do you got anything I could do? And I got 2 or 3 new females. I ain't even broke into the process yet, right? And one of the old school broads, man, hit me up, talk about I need to come up. Now sometime I would just go ahead and grease their palm and just give them some money, just because they put in work for me in the past. But if I'm trying to actually break in some new chicks, man, I need every dime that I can get. So I can't spend no money on you. You know what I mean? They'll take that shit personal. And before you know it, they out there talking cash shit, talking crazy about me, man. Then I got people like ringing my phone and sending me emails talking about, we gonna send the police after you and the FBI because you did this without her consent, and there ain't no paperwork on this and that, and you filmed them without them knowing it. And I'm like, well, I'll tell you what, I'll see you in court. That's all I can tell them, because you're gonna have egg on your face once we go to court and you see all these documents with her goddamn signature on it. Not just that, but 6-7 years of her putting in work on video and smiling in the goddamn camera. Yeah, man, you niggas don't know shit about Cassie and P. Diddy. Y'all don't know. She was complicit. She was actually enjoying that shit. She was getting off on it. Trust me when I tell you. And then all of a sudden, when the relationship turns sour, when she has to move on for, I don't know, for whatever reason, I don't know if she broke it off, I don't know if he broke it off, I don't know how that happened, man. But look, once the relationship dries up, man, and she's used to a certain level of comfort, man. She's used to a certain standard of living now. Yeah. And just because she's got a new boo, that don't necessarily mean that she got to give all that up. She can just go ahead and play victim. Yeah, he abused me. He tricked it at me. He did. Man, I ain't on it. I ain't buying it, man. I know how deep the rabbit go hole with these hoes, man. I know how deep it go, Jack. And Cassie was complicit. She volunteered to do the shit that she was doing. She was not coerced. You don't do that shit. You don't be with somebody for 10 years, like doing freak offs, and then talk about, he made you do it. Bitch, please. Nah, man. I'm too deep in the game. You can sell that to these goobers and these squares and these really lumps, but you can't sell that to the Mac Jack. No sirree Bob. Yeah, man, the glory days was crazy, man. It was crazy. Man. Like I said, before any of y'all knew about P. Diddy and the freak offs, I had what we would call drunken cult sex orgies. Yeah, man, that's what I had. Drunken cult sex orgies. And that shit would last at least for 2 days for a weekend. And we get the liquor, we get the smoking, man, we just get the video cameras out, we get the cameras out, man, it would just be ridiculous, man. I don't want to say what all transpired at them parties, man, but yeah, it would be like me and my boy, the side trickster, and about 3 or 4 females, man. Oh man, and for like just 2 days, we just going at it, man. You know what I mean? And then guess what, man? Once people understood and knew what was going on in my apartment, man, and certain females was exposed, yeah, man. A female would do anything in her power, man, to alleviate any sort of responsibility for her actions, man. Yeah, and that was one of the main reasons I recorded all that shit, man. I was way ahead of P. Diddy. Yeah, I recorded that shit just in case the bitch want to flip. Like, nah, don't try to flip, bitch. I got you right here, and you are shown willingly participating in the shenanigans. We ain't gonna do it. Yeah, I'm saying all that just to say, yeah, Cassie is no victim, man. She ain't no goddamn victim. But only a square, a goober, a lame would think so. Because, like I said, a lot of y'all don't know how deep the rabbit go a hole with these broads, man. They will do the most evil, conniving, cutthroat thing in order to get out of anything which brings them shame. Trust me, bruh. Trust me with this. Because I was a good dude, man. I took care of a lot of broads, man. You know, I kept them out the muck and the mire. But, man, look, when the rubber meets the road, trust me when I tell you, man, they will flip and they will sell you out. Yes, they will. Shit. The only thing that's actually really saved me from a real momentous flip is the fact that I'm broke. I don't have P. Diddy money. You best believe if I had P. Diddy money, yeah, they'd try it. They would try it, but ain't no deep pockets here, man. You know what I mean? Big Mike is an old, washed-up hustler. Yeah, that's what I am, Jack. And another topic, man, while I'm on here, right? Let me see here. You know, this subject always comes up, man, and periodically someone who's new to the channel might ask me, man. They'll ask me about women as far as culture and races go. And I've seen this resurface and resurge online about the difference between white girls and black girls, man. Yeah. People steadily asking, how come, you know, brothers with money and resources always gravitating towards the white girl, man? You know what I mean? And some fellas are saying, nah, there ain't no difference between white and black chicks. And I can't necessarily say that, man. They all have their fuckery that they indulge in, right? But apples to apples, man. You know, you got to understand that you're going to have your hands more full and you're going to have more problems with a black woman, man. You know, this is speaking from almost 30 years of experience and dealing with 300 something odd females, white and black. Yeah, I've always given this analogy, man, that black women are like fighter jets. You know what I mean? They're like, you know, like a F-18. I think that's the right designation of a fighter jet, one of them. Yeah, they're like fighter jets. And white women are like stealth bombers. Yeah. I mean, both of them have the capacity to wreck shit. You know what I mean? But they have two totally different approaches, man. Black women are just really all in your face with the bullshit. All in your face with the shenanigans. You know what I mean? Nigga, fuck you. You ain't shit, nigga. I'm this, that, this. Just all in your face, man. If they want to go ahead and do some damage and they want to so-called confront you, they're going to confront you. You know, there ain't nothing stealthy about their attack whatsoever. You could see them coming a mile away, right? Now, white women, they play a different game. They play a totally different game. Once again, This is anecdotal. This is just my experience, right? Just like I'll give you a good example. The white chicks that I dealt with, I really wasn't too much into white chicks, man. But my boy, the side trickster, was. So I would always pass the white girls on to the side trickster. And a lot of the females, the white females, was kind of like angry about that. You know what I mean? They're like, how dare you pass me off to the side trickster? You know what I mean? I was trying to get with you. So what they would end up doing, right, is they would always end up throwing shade or trying to get at me through the side trickster, right? Like if I did a video and she signed on the dotted line and everything was legit and totally legal, right? Then she would get cold feet and she would be like, well, I don't want to do that anymore. But she wouldn't tell me. She would go through the side trickster and have the side trickster try and coerce me or convince me to take her off the video or take her off the website. You know what I mean? Instead of just coming to me like a woman and saying, you know what, I don't want this stuff out there anymore. Could you please do me a solid and get rid of it or whatever? Now, that wasn't going to happen, but yet and still, they going behind my back, man, and they talking shit, and they're trying to use sneaky, underhanded ways to get at me. They're trying to short circuit the hustle and whatnot. Now, if it's a sister, you know, she's straight up, you know, knocking on my door, banging on the door. Nigga, answer the door. You got me out there. You put me on blast. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You signed on the dotted line to do the deed, and it got done, and I got paid. That's what the agreement was. Nigga, fuck you. I'm like, oh, man. Most of the white girls that I met, man, I mean, real sweet dispositions. They was willing to work with you, even though, I mean, they knew I was married. You know, they still wanted to be down. And they was willing to do whatever just to be down, man. They was willing to help me build. Yes, they was. Yeah, it's just my personal opinion, man, that you'll have a much better existence, man. You'll have much more luck dealing with a white chick versus a black one, man. You know, the black females, and you could say that this happens because the black woman has a higher level of testosterone than the white girls, man. Shit. So what you dealing with, man, you dealing with some Klingons, man. You dealing with a warrior species when you dealing with these black women, Jack. Trust me when I tell you, man. Yeah, The white girls are a lot more pliable, a lot more agreeable. Even though they could be just as shady and just as diabolical, they just go about it in a different way. Like I said, the black woman is much more overt and the white girl is much more covert. Just my experience. Take it or leave it. But for the most part, man, you know, I have dealt with a lot of females, man, that they true to the cause and they down for the game. You know what I mean? One that you're probably looking at right now, me and my girl Donna. Oh, man. You want to talk about a pimpstress. You want to talk about a female that was all about the game. She was all about the game, boy. She was a game player. Mm-hmm. But still, you know, you can't really trust these females as far as you can throw them, whether they be white or black. But yet and still, pretty much nothing but good vibes, man, good memories of me and the majority of the females, man. Every now and then we would have hiccups because, like I said, nothing lasts forever. And when I got to replace you, I got to replace you. And then that's when the bullshit comes in, man. That's when they start with these allegations and these innuendos and, you know, all sorts of just fanciful, fantastical tales of abuse. And I'm like, no, that didn't happen. And bruh, you cannot discount the stupidity of these niggas out here, man. I'm trying to tell you. I mean, the main thing that you got to watch out for, man, especially if you was in a hustle like I was, is just the flat out simping of these niggas out here, man. That was ready to do anything for some pussy at the drop of a hat. I'm like, nigga, really? I mean, you gonna be knocking on my door talking about what you gonna do to me off the word of some bitch, nigga? Really? You ain't even gonna investigate? You ain't gonna do no due diligence or nothing? Yeah, boy, that's what you gotta watch out for, Jack. You gotta watch out for these lames, man. These weak ass niggas out here caping for these bitches, man. Well, anyway, man, just thought I'd come over here and just drop a quick one once again for the fellas. Yeah, man, Big Mike did the drunken cult sex orgy thing for like 15 years, man. I know how deep the rabbit hole go, and I know what's gonna happen, man, when you cut a bitch off. She's gonna flip, and she's gonna say that you did something foul to her. Even though, look, before I go, I remember a particular time, man, doing a drunken cult sex orgy. Me and I ain't gonna say no names. I ain't gonna say no names. Me and, if you're a Mac City citizen, you'll probably know who I'm talking about, man. If you don't, you probably need to join my Patreon to do some research to figure out who I'm talking about. But I had one particular female who was one of my favorites, big titty, green-eyed, red bone, and we was at the crib getting lifted, man, just having a good old time, man. Had party favors and everything. And she was just like, you know what? I was like, what? She's like, I need a bitch. So I was just like, you need a bitch? She's like, yeah, let's go get a bitch. I was like, well, who you got in mind? She was just like, and then she said the name of the female, which was another big titty red bone, but she was laid up in the projects with her man. And it was like 1 a.m, right? I was just like, well, how we gonna do that? You know, because I'm like, her man got her on lock. He ain't about to let her out the house. And he be like monitoring her phone and shit. We can't get at that bitch. She was just like, yeah, we can. I was just like, nah, I don't think that's a good idea. She was like, yeah, let's do it. So, man, I don't know how we made it to the projects, man, because where she stayed was like 15, 20 miles away. But we got on the highway, got to the projects in Northland, and she got out the car and she went and knocked on the door of this particular female. Keep in mind, this is 1 a.m. And I don't know how she did it, man, but yeah, she pulled her out in her pajamas. Homegirl, she pulled her out in her pajamas and smuggled her into the car, and we sped off. And I was just like, how the hell did you do that? And she was just like, her man, he sleep. And I was just like, damn. I was like, okay. So yeah, we get back to the spot, man. And I'm trying to tell you, boy, they went at it. These two females was going at it, man. I had no idea that they had that much sexual tension jumping off, but they had it, man. But I was like, wow, man, we just went and damn near kidnapped this bitch right up under the nose of her man, brought her back to the boom boom room, which I used to call Xerxes' Den. Yeah, man. And then for like, shit, let me see, we picked her up at 1 a.m. She didn't get back home till like 7 a.m. And I heard there was hell to pay for her ass, man, when she got back home. He was just like, bitch, where you been? And this, that, and the third. And she had to make, I forget what sort of tales or lies she told and shit, but of course it didn't include me. Yeah, man, but I think she had to throw the other female under the bus. Be like, I was out all night with such and such, and we got lost, and then we ran out of gas. And yeah, man, these females, they can weave fantastical tales, man, to get out of some shit, man. But I'm just saying that to tell y'all, man, a lot of these females, man, they be the architects of the bullshit, man. They be the architects of the shenanigans, man. Yeah. Going over homegirl's crib, and basically smuggling her out of her house under her man's nose wasn't, man, that wasn't nowhere near my thought process. I'm like, no, I ain't. That's dangerous, baby. We ain't gonna do that. But my girl was like, shit. Yes, we are. Shit. She had to have her a bitch, and that's what she did. She went and got her a bitch. God damn it. So look, fellas, do not be deluded with this victim narrative of these broads, man. A lot of times they be just as guilty, they just as culpable. A lot of times they are the originators and they are the architects of the bullshit, man. Nobody knows more than Big Mike. Yeah, man. So once again, one love to the Mac City crew. Big Mike coming at you live and direct, and we out.